Hello everyone, like this is like the fourth intro by now. I just I don't know what's going on. I hope I sound clearer now because there's a new mic in front of me. Uh, but I want to play more because, I left off on the part with Akira where she's leaving and it kind of it hurt me. It hurt me, okay? I just need to get past it. I need to get past it. We're going back to Miriam's house, but I am still not over it. Nope. I return to Miriam's walkway before I know it. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear my like the mic getting smacked. It's kind of just like unsteady. Unless it's my table, it's kind of unsteady. I don't know. Also, my mouse clicking. Sorry about that. I'm a nervous wreck right now. I return to Miriam's walkway before I know it. Oh, Akira was right. We could have made it in there in 10 minutes, if that. I thought I dig in my pockets for. Okay, no, never mind. I thought my mic or my audio was just gone. I dig in my pockets for the charm. My heart stops. Did I drop? No. Oh, never mind. It's laced around the fingers of my right hand. Of course, I should be more careful so it doesn't get tangled in the circuitry. Okay. I catch myself staring at it longingly. Could I truly get used to all this? Get used to this? Just by continuously ignoring it, can I live on, knowing I've only been calibrated to act as a scoundrel, even if my dilapidated body can't keep up? Miriam's door is unlocked. And she's asleep. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Your extensions are falling off. Gwah! Miriam scrambles to her feet. Her knees swipes the corner of the table, causing several papers to fall, to which she attempts to catch before she registers who's standing in front of her at the very next second. So she regains her posture in an exaggerated casualness. I watch the subtraction in slow motion. I'm sorry, it's gonna take me a minute to warm up. I apologize for now. I wasn't sleeping. I was just thinking, working. Yeah, hanging out in your mind lab. How do you know? Look, I scratched my temple. Itch, itch. Just give me my shot so I can go to bed. Of course. She looks at their wrists, slaps in the absence of a watch, then frantically searches in the air around her. What time is it? I shrug and shake my head. My confusion and countless questions have been completely washed away by the present second-hand embarrassment. Any delays in the filtration will restrain or overheating the body's engine. We should refrain from any measures that could potentially hinder the prototype's lifespan. I kind of hate hearing myself. It's like I can hear myself too much. I can turn up my game, but it's kind of like hard to focus on like myself, like hearing my voice while like trying to read it out loud. But also, I'm glad there's music going now. Did you just say lifespan? She's already halfway across the room, rummaging through a bag with a hole in the bottom. You're dropping your shit. I mean, I'm not in your sense. You're not in the sense you're thinking. She pulls the applicator from a pile on the floor and twirls it between her fingers, a graceful gesture upon a pile of clumsy ones. The prototype demands a lot of power, the same power your conscious mind is taking advantage of. If you want to prevent unexpected issues that might trigger from the wariness of the engine, it is its highest importance that we do not space out the injections. Well, don't blame me. She paces back with a vapid look on her face and gestures at me to go through the motions. I'll tell you more about my assignment tomorrow. She taps my shoulder once to signal she's done. For now, it's crucial that you get some rest. Don't gotta tell me twice, and I'm sure I don't have to tell you twice either, sleepyhead. Beats sticking around for another anatomy lesson at least. I'm sure Lavendula will be happy to hear from you again. Staring at me again. Say, the cloud of fatigue that's been hanging over my head all day crashes over me as I sink into Miriam's gaudy mattress. I'm too exhausted to consider how I don't own this bed, so I close my eyes and run my hands down my face. Not even a cold touch of metallic palm is enough to get me to react. Akira's not an arbiter. She couldn't possibly be, because Celia would have mentioned her. because all the aberrations are dead, and if they weren't 5 years, and if they weren't 5 years is ample time for the world to end without my protection. Because I witnessed every other arbiter I've known rise and fall before they disappeared entirely. Because what kind of arbiter has chronic migraines? Besides, Lavendel only has ever needed one person. She has no use for anybody else. Not like she needs me. She needs me so much that she hired someone to put me back together. Even in death, my purpose rings clear. That's why Akira is not an arbiter. So when she steps foot in Eden tomorrow, what will she see? I'll have another job to do soon. Soon I'll be forced to forget Akira's movie date. No. I'll forget Miriam's devilish know-it-all facade. I'll get over Seely giving up on me too eventually. None of it will matter. It's the conclusion I must draw to sedate my mind for now. I draw a blanket over me for my consolation and to reassure my tired body that it can finally rest, knowing my duty was the reason for my revival, which is a good thing. Lavendula. My conscience wavers and my thoughts grow incoherent. But with the last remaining threads of my senses, I feel myself silently praying. In the deepest quarters of my heart, I wish that girl would never be subject to anything so cruel to hold the title of an arbiter. Wait a minute. I absolutely do know her from somewhere. Uh-oh. Okay. Look at this little... Alright, we got the Dorito chin over here. So what you're telling me is I win the game by chasing as much to detail as possible. Consider this title platinumed. Yeah, whatever. Did you hear we're getting a transfer student today? A new student? Joining this late in the semester? Who would put your academics at such a disadvantage? Then again, this unanticipated turn of events clearly means this character's fate sex with me. Oh, here she comes. She looks so goofy in a good way. It's kind of bunk, but cute. I'm Akira I'm Kazuki Akira. What the fuck am I saying? I'm Kazuki Akira. Nice to meet all you. Ah, it's the girl I ran into this morning at 5 miles per hour was somehow sent me flying into the stratosphere. Dream Akira. Hold on, this is what is going on? You're the one who when we were engaging in casual conversation, the wind blew up her skirt and revealed her mechanical ball joint hip bones. Son of a bitch, I'm not a chick magnet protagonist at all. I'm the skirt flip girl. Adele's a fantasy way too vague. This fantasy... Okay, sorry, hold on. It's a little hot in my room. Maybe that's why I'm fucking up so much. I had my fan off and my vent closed. It's like, I don't know, 100 degrees in here. At this rate, you'll probably end up choosing a different route anyway. I didn't even read this part. This fantasy is way too vague. You're never going to remember me by dreaming up a fake gouge in your head. At this rate, you'll probably end up choosing a different route anyway. Says who? You're the one who led this on. Either way, if you want to find me in the heart of your memory, you're going to have to try harder than that. Fine. Let's get out of here before this awakens anything within me. Fish. Whew, this party blows. Good thing there's these cool fish or I'd be bored out of my gourd. Well, what's this pretty lady doing here? I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. She's trying to say something to me, but I can't hear her. Heh, gotta say I'm relieved. Pretty sure this fantasy is even further off, though. Akira, you're gonna have to help me out here. Here's a hint. Quit making derivative garbage in your dreams. Oh, be a little romantic. The magic in the scene is the mystique behind the star-crossed lovers. You're the one who's ruining it. Wow, you seriously suck, Adele. Okay, back up. Where the hell are we now? Alright, this is the moment I've been waiting for. Really? Is this the hidden memory? Of course, you and I, we were destined to fight all along. Bring it. Psh, you think you can take on me? Do your worst. But wait, how do I move? Oh, you can look at your moveset in the menu if you want. How considerate. Considering I've already prepared to download your every move. Download. Alright, let's see. I'm supposed to just perform this off the fly? What do they expect from me? That aside, what's with these names? Um, are you done yet? My console is getting super hot. It's like my computer right now. Oh yeah, not from running this. It's just normally when I play games on my computers. Yeah, just adjusting my settings. All right, whatever you say. But I already warmed up my fingers, so hurry up. Shit, I refuse to meet my maker in this pitiful white room. Maybe if I keep screwing around in the menu, she'll lose interest. What's this? Easy combo mode. How dare you? After I spent all this time taking you to the lab, that's it. I'm gonna fucking kill you. What did I say? Ow. Oh. I awaken in a cage of glass. I return. Okay. Only this time I'm at the top of the pressure from the constraints. I feel the weight of two distinct presents in the room. What kind of story or sensory treasures will I provide this time? If only you could see the look on her face. How embarrassing. Good morning, you. While you've been sleeping, I've just told Celia all the horrible things about your digestive tract. I think all these are in the gallery, right? I'm sorry, I'll stop screenshotting in the middle of the videos. Um, and I've just finished telling Miriam all of our embarrassing childhood stories, like that one time we all found that cringy love letter you wrote to the waitress. We've just been having so much fun. It's a shame you've been asleep. You're missing out on so many romance flags. It's not even funny anymore. It's just sad. Okay, I don't ever say anything, but like all the what do you call these CGs? Yeah, all the CGs are just really pretty, and there's so many. There's just so many. But yeah, I think I just don't know if I say it out loud. It's just sad. God damn it. Okay, I definitely don't know her from anywhere. I've taken the wrong exit to get to memory lane, and instead landed in the security hell or in security hell. Miriam, I think we need to amp up the constraints. Looks like Adele is getting a little uppity. I was just thinking the same thing. Needles start poking into my left leg one by one. That should do it. Or do you think we should go, or we should up the sedatives too? Try to call out to, or try, try to call out a denial, but my jaw has been sealed shut again. Okay, Dream Akira. Sorry about the game thing, but you've gone way too far. Stop it. It hurts. It hurts? I tear the blanket off my body. The mechanical leg lays there, naked, quiet, and clean. Too clean. It becomes horribly obvious how artificial it is. And still, the skin of robotic appendage feels like it's been set ablaze. This isn't even real. It mocks. Oh, but isn't it? I kick the synthetic leg into the air, hoping the shock will force the cessation off, but it's lodged into my machine. Why? Again, I can't shake the sitting, or the sing. Uh, I clench my jaw as hard as I can, hoping to focus the pressure somewhere else. Somewhere real. I feel the air flow through the gaps in my teeth, in tandem with the rhythm of the convulsing lungs. Pain. The only word I can find to describe it, but it's not like pain I've experienced before. I feel like the roots of my scalp being torn. I'm clutching my head through hair knotted around my fingers. Real feelings. My legs begin curl into my chest. The pain is still attached to the mattress where I was positioned before. Shards of molten glass seep into my bones, hoping to oxidize my every limb. I wish it would already get it over with, but as it stands, I'll be feeling this pain long after I'm gone for good. And still, I know the prosthetic nestles harmlessly against my body, docile, waiting for its next command, oblivious to the searing pain of being burned alive. Get a fucking grip. Nothing's happening. You're just laying here, hyperventilating like a freak. I wonder what I'd have to do to make it to the end. And every other second of the pain seems to wane. The The next brings its return in full force. Dear God, it hurts. Get this disgusting machine away from me, please. My face grows hot from the liquid streaming down my cheeks. Ah, tears. Pathetic. Weak. Just die, Kerr. So when I take dust in my lungs, I realize I've shifted locations. Mayhaps a thumbnail. My eyes snap open to a desert floor. It's a field beneath Eden Bridge, the one I fought Atlas in. Only difference is, I'm lying limp on the ground. Get up. All I've got left in this life is to finish this fight, so why can't I move? I look down at myself to check for injury, but I'm invisible. Nothing exists here but Atlas, and it stands there, unmoving. Anticipating something, I can tell I've lost its interest. It's a perfect time to take it down, but my legs won't respond. Something's stopping me from negotiating with my body. Get up. My senses erupt all at once. In a flash, like one set of heaven, something appears between me and the aberration. I swear I read something right here. I swear, I swear. I saw yellow text. What was that? Am I might be tripping. She can see me? She opens her mouth to say something, and a beautiful noise consumes the space. Awaken, Eventide. Open your saintly eyes. Oh, I'm dumb. Unravel your bestiality. The karma we weave into the lovers. Laugh in the face of one's chained. Hold on. Wander through the heavens, child. Dance through the shadows of broken dreams. Draw your sword, my God-sent daughter. Don a suit of jet black armor. For only the cradle of a darkness can shine amidst a bright sky. The goddess before me absorbs my pain, dissolves my senses into beautiful entropy, and I know, as soon as I erupt into nothingness, that I no longer need to cling to this life. Thank you. Ooh, what is security doing? Who did that? Who did that? That was me. Okay. My trusty gun. Oh. Oh. Stop doing that. Oh, pray forgive my intrusion. This lamp is acting up. Miriam playing with the light bulb is my morning view today. It marks the third time I've awoken in this bed. The flickering lamp miraculously fixes itself. As soon as she stops messing with it, science really is amazing. You could try good morning. Maybe you rise and shine. I'm tripping. Okay, if I saw something move at the corner of my eye, I think it's just my glasses reflecting something. I don't know what that something is. I hope it was. Let's pretend like it was nothing. I don't like bugs, so I'll just trust. I'll just trust. Of course. Good morning, Adele. She smirks and starts toward me. What do you want? Sheer lack of subtlety in her intentions makes it impossible to take this moment seriously enough to be upset. Any traces of drowsiness have disappeared within the last couple of seconds. It's as if I was a shock to attention. Given the clumsy way I was awoken, something about this new body must cause me to come full awareness incredibly quick. I have made great strides. She plants herself aside, or at my side, or on the vanity stool. I just need to... Huh? Where'd the blankets go? I glance to the corner of the room where the blanket now lies defeated on the floor. I freeze for a moment as I recall the abnormal occurrence from last night. The pain is gone. I was just making all that up. It was too hot. I take the opportunity to rub my face to make sure the tears have dried. Miriam stares at the crumpled sheet for a few more seconds. Okay, then. As I was saying, I need to take a blood sample. Sounds like you need me in the lab. It's easier if I do it in here. I still don't understand. That doesn't... I still understand that. It doesn't make a difference to me, though. Neither room is more comfortable than the other. Need me to stand up, at least? No need, just lie on your back and stay still for a moment. She places 5 fingers on my chest plate to reiterate her command, as if her weak pressure would be enough to restrain me in the first place. I make no gesture of resistance, at least not getting tied down again. She blinks at me, speechless. I can already tell she had her words of persuasion loaded in the chamber to follow. Said she sheepishly moves her hand. Was my compliance so unexpected? I wanted to apologize, actually, she says, embarrassed, flipping through the pages on her clipboard as if searching for an alternative reason for the hands to exist beyond objectifying me. For what? For yesterday. Uh, I can't imagine the way. I can't imagine I'm the only one. I'm the one you want sympathy from. I put in some more thought into how stressful the situation must be for you. Where's this coming from? She was defensive about necessity, right? Now that I think about it, the mood has done a complete 180 from the last time we spoke. When was she awake? That is. Yesterday, I wanted her to be spoon-fed, or I wanted her to spoon-feed all the information she had to me, but everything she said, I didn't want to hear. But the thing that pissed me off the most was, either way, things will go smoother if you bear with the few guidelines I set. I won't claim to be an experienced physician. As I understand now, you seem to be a handful of your own. Is that Miriam? Is that Miriam may be just as lost as I am? She's right. I don't want sympathy. I don't want it to be apologized to either. That's just an alternative angle from the same pity from this girl who's turned me into a languid reflection of myself. As long as I follow the few guidelines you set, there won't be any issues, right? Miriam's eyes widen as she shifts her view from my colors to meet mine for a moment before looking again at her clipboard. That's right. I look down at her hand and she's got her nail lodged in my crevice in my shoulder. What? It's not like I've made much choice, or it's not like I've got much choice, do I? Now get your fingers out of there before I second guess myself. I'm feeling for the model number of your shoulder joint. I never wrote it down. She seems satisfied with their conversation so far. Maybe I can't blame Miriam for everything that's happening to me. But she seems to wish to take credit for the good and bad. Besides, there's a few things I need to know the reason, or know the answers to. Akira, you two seem to get along, or blah, 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 blah. You seem to get along, get on well. You were out much later than it would have, or it would, for just a walk to the train station and back. Before you ask if I got lost, I didn't. Akira just dragged me to a million different places, so she was forced to take the last train. Sounds in character. Miriam smiles slightly. She doesn't chastise me on my early attempt at escape. Didn't go how you expected. Maybe. How do I put this? It's like she has the wrong I know what that is. I just my brain's story. Capacitance, capacitance. There we go for your voltage rating. What the fuck? What? Or so I thought. Anyways, I'm glad you two had fun. She was insecure about about you two's relationship. Said you were more concerned about her robotist hobby than her. Really? Oh, really? Not my job to patch up your little friendship. But she seemed to confide in you. She let on like the project involves her too. But because she's related to Lavandula somehow. So why doesn't she know who I am? Do you wish she did? I mean, maybe. I saved the world, didn't I? Look behind my ear. Huh? You have ears? Get your oversized ringlets out of the way first. Something blinds my peripherals. She shines a small flashlight in the whites of my eyes. If you wanted her to know, or if you wanted her to know, Miriam's eyelashes are so thick. Why didn't you just tell her? Because then she'd know I'm supposed to be dead. Which leads to the question she doesn't know about what you did, or what you do either, huh? She says nothing and turns off the light, and gestures to her other ear. I look at those silly silk hair clips, and the light comes on again. Well, she's not involved, like you'd think. I don't know. She said, if Miriam doesn't finish soon, then ellipsis sounds pretty involved to me. She said that. She did. It was a pretty dramatic scene. Hobby implies distinction from your duty. If she was really involved, she'd know that you really are making us cybernetic parts. And you still didn't ask anything? Quit turning this back on me. It doesn't matter what I would have said. It doesn't change how hesitant she was going, or hesitant she was going, or she's hesitant she was to go back to Eden. I blink when she turns the flashlight off. So what's really going on? You think too much. She's just worried about me. Miriam returns the papers on her lap. My quickly dwindling reason stops my hands from the countless ungodly horrors, the swelling frustration my chest wants me to do. Yeah, I could have told her. Maybe I should have. Maybe or I could have boarded the train with her and ran away with her too. I bet I could have done it in a super charismatic way too. Take me with you, I would have said. Yeah, but that's stupid. And I'm stupid for even thinking about it for this long. She called it Eden, which only residents did. And Miriam does too, as a matter of fact. But really, how how would she even be involved in this? She's not an arbiter. So she really doesn't know me? No, and you don't have to worry about that. Worry? Miriam's pen stops moving for a second, like she caught herself on a bitter truth. Lavandula. So you're in on everything then. You're familiar with Lavandula too, and she commissioned you to revive me. Sure, yes. She gestures for my left hand, takes it in a light hold and begins swabbing my thumb with an alcohol wipe. I wait for a follow-up and explanation for the tepid information, but she doesn't give me anything. Instead, she puts a small plastic piece to my skin, pinches it, and holds the sheet of paper as a tiny drop of blood falls on the sheet. And I assume you know why. Here it's still needed. I could have gathered that much myself. God forbid her apathetic tone. What was the point of leaving me in the dark about that? Or rather, why lie in the first place? She places the sheet on the table, takes a small bandage and folds it around the tip of my finger. Maybe she didn't want you to know. There's no way she would have found out that you'd awakened so early in the process, and it's not like I was given proper instruction on the matter. I watch her fold up the sheet and slide it into an envelope. And she chokes out on an afterthought. I don't want you to think that you're being used. It's more comforting to know I was revived for a reason. I can't tell if she looks troubled by my response, or something she's looking at. Either way, she's gone quiet. Clearly, she isn't permitted to disclose much else, so why doesn't she just say that? She begins placing the junk she's been messing with in my doctor's bag, or hopefully a signal that our little appointment is coming to a close. I wouldn't mind, or I wouldn't want to give her the right to shift gears like that, but I've got nothing else to add either. So, did you notice anything out of the ordinary as you were walking last night? Why is she bringing this up now? No, I got a little dizzy when I stepped through a security system at the store, but I got out of there. Oh, good. Thank you for telling me. The screen's getting so yellow. I'm like, I know it is. It's turning on my yellow light filter, or whatever it is. I don't know if it turns on in the video, but it turns on at like 9 every night, I think. And it's just like, it starts off like normal, and then it gets like slowly yellow, and you're like, is this screen turning yellow? And then you're like, I'm not too sure. And then it gets really, really yellow. And you're just like, okay. And it takes like about a minute for it to like fully turn on. So it's like it just slowly shifts. So you're like, I don't know if it is or isn't. And then, once you got like a super yellow Miriam, well, it's not like super yellow, but it's pretty orange. Okay. Oh, good. Thank you for telling me. She nods and smiles. Look, now her text is extra, extra orange. I don't want to stop myself from asking another pathetic question. What's inside this thing? I lift my artificial leg gently. Sorry, I need a water. I think there's something in my water. Wait, is there? What is that? Okay, I don't. I don't know. What am I doing? It's a resin casing that hides the gray carbon muscles you see on your right arm. The next version of your body will almost entirely be covered in a similar mold. The goal is to create a definitive replication of a human. And it works just like... Yes, as I explained yesterday, it runs off an operating system that uses your muscle memory to perform movements in sync with the natural motor functionality of your body. Are you experiencing any issues with the prosthetic? Seems like she's catching on to something. No. I won't tell her. I couldn't. There's no cure for illusions. Okay then. There's a couple more things I'll need to check up. Or check. Is that okay? Isn't that what you've been doing this whole time? I have nowhere else to be. Even after my consent, she wraps her fingers on the clipboard, processing something. I like to get a precise measure of how much strain has been put on the prototype in the last few days. This body is not used to activity, so it'll confirm my time limit for getting the first stage of your real body complete, or at least initial build. Sure, yeah. I turned my head to the ceiling. Just get it over with. My real body, huh? She can't, she can act chummy around me, but she's not great at hiding her true feelings. I need you to turn over so I can reach your left leg. If you don't mind, could you please raise your shirt too? Granted, I've already died. I'm beneath her, and I will be for as long as she's keeping me here, and likely the rest of my unnatural life. Adele, are you listening? But what about her? Lavandula, Celia, and even Akira. Miriam is connected to all these people I like. Okay, I'll just reach over then. So why is she so determined to leave me in the dark? Only using the fact that she built me as grounds for our trust. Miriam's gone awfully quiet, huh? I'll wait for her to begin doing what she needs to do. Several seconds have passed, but she hasn't begun. I adjust my head to see what she's holding up, or holding her up. Screenshot speedrun? Okay, I didn't do that. I instinctively flinch at the sight. Ah, are you alright? I stay silent and turn away. Right, I can feel her touch. I don't feel anything as her nail slides across my steel layer, where my ribs meet my stomach, to where it connects to my artificial hip bone. No, wait, it's not my stomach. I avert my eyes again. She'll be done before I know it. Curiosity gets the better of me. I watch her tenderly handle the wires in one gloved hand, and her fingers inside the shafts they retreat into with the other. I grit my teeth and close my eyes. I can't feel anything. Unless I'm watching what she's doing, nothing will signal my brain that this is wrong. No, this is definitely wrong. I'm looking again. Now she's applying pressure into my thigh, probing the synthetic muscles underneath. No, it's not my thigh. This is just an evaluation like yesterday. Okay, sorry, I had a hiccup, but my disturbances are entirely unfounded. Even. Stupid even. But I can't shake that feeling like there's something horribly distinct this time, because during the physical examination, at least I didn't get to see her face. So only now do I get to witness the delicate balance to which she's striving for. The technician is silent, utterly composed, lips pursed, occasionally whispering hollow refrains. She taps my knee, and it readily bends to her subtle ministrations, but I don't feel her touch. But there's nothing holding me back from fleeing. She doesn't have the physicality to resist me. I would only take a few seconds to push her off, kill her for what she's done, run as far as I can, and never look back. Okay, but I'm status. I just stare at the wall, tracing the shapes of the wallpaper with my eyes. My throat goes taut, and my sinuses flare, and my vision goes cloudy. I bite my tongue in my ball, or and ball my fist, my hands into a fist. Damn it! Just tell her to stop. Why are you telling her to stop? No wise could. Uh, no wise would my carnal brain refuse a woman's caress, but she's not exploring my body in a rosy kind of way. She's navigating through familiar territory. Even in the element of physicality should suddenly return, I would feel no affection or warmth in the scene, or warmth in which she touches me. Hers is diagnosis precision, liability. Right, so there's nothing strange about this. I watched the wall clock, counting every tick to stop myself from checking on the bastard limbs. I've only endured a dozen seconds, but it's dragged on like hours. My task is to restore Adele. Thus, her entire body must be involved in any enactment, all the way down to her DNA specifics. It is indeed your mind controlling your movements there. Can be no other way. Even after all her explanations, I feel like, or I can't act like I have the grainiest compression of her methods. But as she fondles my organs with such delicacy, it's clear she's familiar with me, immaculately. She's dissected me down to my last nerve. She could boil the body down to its bone marrow, shock my brain until it's cooked thorough, dissemble me in 1,000 different ways, and weld me back together as if she feels like it. She's well acquainted with my circuits and pathways, my stitches, my logic, all my filaments that let me breathe. It all yields to her will, for which she has marshaled the hands that have given life to it, manufactured, assembled, and fortified it, caged no longer, but defenseless against them. Why am I opening my legs for her? The mere state of doubt fills me with dread. I can't stand the thought of being the doll I'm embodying. I can't, so am I letting her have her way with me? If I hate this so much, then why can't I swallow my pride and just tell her to stop? Because then I'd be accepting this body as my own. There isn't anything left to be ashamed of. I've been long since defiled. There is no virtue in the sanctuary or sanctity of what's mine. Not around Miriam. That should be sufficient. I look down, nudged by her announcement. My body lies alone on the mattress, like nothing even happened. What's wrong with me? Come on now. You can't spend all day in bed. She's already standing beside the bed, pushing the vanity stool back to its original place. You were the one who needed me here to begin with. And thus I'm swayed by her volition. I play along, even letting her pitiful jabs get a rise out of me. I blink at my bare feet, noticing I even stood up out of bed, prompted by her snooty comment, alone. What did you even figure out? You should be fine. There was no visible wear on the parts, so I can't see more issues coming up with the prototype's behavior as we proceed as is, as long as you don't do anything outrageous. Right. I don't care. We stand in silence. I notice I've been staring at the blanket in the corner of the room. I'm drained of whatever emotions consumed me last night. At this point, it's too late to tell her what happened. But wait, doesn't she have a constant reading on my stress levels? Wouldn't she have been able to tell me what's going on? Miriam, did you... Alright, there's no more second reason I was here. Alright, there's one more reason. Yep. Okay, there we go. Hiccup's gone. She changes the topic quickly. I need to look at some records from the story, or from this room's library. Archives on what? What else? Oh, pardon me for a moment. Miriam pulls the stepladder from behind the bookshelf. She then begins to unfold it, walking around me in complete disregard. I wonder if she understands how absurd her genuine carefreeness feels at this moment, and I don't know whether I should be more impressed or annoyed by it. The ladder squeaks as it extends. She props it up against its rear rail. As she takes the first step on her toes, the heels of her boot are elevated in the air without support. The second step causes the ladder to shake a little. Oh, careful. Want me to hold the ladder for you? No, I'm a lady, you know. What? Oh, right. Wait, how does she get... Or how... how come she gets to worry about stuff like that? I step away anyway, averting my gaze from her unmentionables. She manages to take the third step, and she's halfway up the ladder. The foundation shakes in a way that makes it clear that she might as well be wearing stilts. You're gonna fall. Oh, please. I get stuff from here all the time. Miriam reaches for a file box on the top shelf. Blah, blah, blah. Her right hand barely grazes it, so she takes another step up. If you need it all the time, why is it on the shelf you can't reach? Miriam. I take a step forward, ready to steady the wobbling ladder. Don't. She whips her head around. Christ, pay attention to your balance over where I'm standing. She managed to get a hold on both sides of the box, even from the inch of movement it gives when she pulls back. It's clear how little business has been on the highest shelf. Can you even lift that thing? That's okay. I almost got it. Sorry if you heard me crack my knuckle. My hands get fidgety. Come on, what do you think was gonna happen? What? You're a smart girl. Don't start acting so stupid all of a sudden. Adele Princess Carrie Miriam. Screenshot. Who did that? It was me. It was me again. I'm sorry. Ah, Miriam fails to move or make any gesture of being alive whatsoever. Hello? As much as I like to let her revel in the moment of being such a handsome woman's embrace, my artificial arm can only support so much weight, as I'm finding out. I'm gonna let you down now. Okay. I gently put the girl back on her feet. Did you see me? Oh yeah, nice choice. I'd see anything you wore on. Plus, no one cares what panties you're wearing after you break your spine. I'd love to suspect she's acting this ditzy on purpose. Okay, I've had this thought before, like, okay, kind of relevant to what just happened, but like, in the case of an apocalypse, right? You play like a game like I don't know, uh Dead Rising or something, right? And you're like a zombie, right? You're like an NPC. Wouldn't you want to wear a really nice outfit on your last day? So that way when you do die as a zombie, you come back and you're like, I mean, I guess you wouldn't really come back, but you'd be like a zombie with some like sick clothes on. That way when someone double kills you, they can have a sick outfit. I mean, right? Am I crazy? Am I the only one that's thought this? I would want to wear something really nice. And if someone kills me, I guess I guess they could have my sick outfit. But anyways, that's I do think it's important. That's what I'm getting at here. I'd love to suspect that she's acting ditzy on purpose. I can't tell if the polarity of her actions and her words are her demeanor and her position is deliberate, some mastermind strategy to gauge reactions out of me, or it's just really just that strange. You get a kick out of this, don't you? She looks genuinely embarrassed. The box she was reaching for lies on its side on the floor. Its contents, multicolored folders and loose papers, are now scattered on the carpet. I kneel down and begin collecting the papers into a single stack. Do you need all of these, or... No, I'll get what I need. She kneels down beside me, props up the box, and begins rummaging through it. She's emerged victorious if her goal is to drive me insane. In a way, I'm grateful that she's the only one who's still steering the mood. I don't even think Adele from 5 years ago would have the energy to understand these cryptic mannerisms. Here, I let her collected the stack of papers. 1 in a trillion genius, huh? You sure have a funny way of showing it. She takes them, thumbs at the corner, then neatly files them between the papers in the box. Why am I letting her get in my head? The one place she couldn't possibly put her hands on. Apparently that wasn't the only box of files she needed. Okay, we're gonna look through this. Just a quick little look. There's another fucking gun in here. You know what? I guess she just stays prepared for whatever. Bunch of needles. Okay, we got I got a remote. Missing like 4 of them, just in case the first goes missing, and then the second, and so on. Uh, okay, okay. Yeah, what I think she needs more is more remotes. Definitely to add to this file. Apparently that wasn't the only box of files she needed. Despite her wishes, I carry the other one downstairs for her and place it heading in her direction, or against the base of the kitchen counter. I don't have any urges to make the wisecracks about the sad state of her living room this time. Nah. Although it's clear she still made no progress in producing a livable space in any sense. Afterwards, we silently prepare for my injection. When she disappears behind me, I'm entirely oblivious to what she's doing. I think to turn around to get some validation that she's doing her part in the ritual to keep me alive, but I perish the thought quickly, almost in time for her to tap my shoulder to signal she's done. Thanks to your successful physical evaluation, I don't require any tests today. But I do advise you to rest if possible. You'll likely feel some mental fatigue over the course of the day once the narcotics kick in. But let me know if you feel any major unexpected adjustments. Narcotics? Yes, as your mind and body is now constantly shifting as it reacts to outside influence, alterations to my process will be necessary. Today, I adjust the chemical balance of the injection and add a numbing agent to suit your needs. What's that mean? Well, for pain relief. No. Why? As I had thought, the side effects of the stimulations have been vivid dreams, but the phantom limb syndrome is a common sensation felt in patients following trauma or replacement appendages. It can be remedied with physical training or medication. I understand how you feel, but for now, I can only learn so much from the numbers, so you'll need to communicate these kinds of things with me. You understand, don't you? Or do you? What? Of course, it was so obvious, right? Uh-oh. Oh. Though she couldn't see my tears, my torture was laid bare to her input signals. Any anomaly that my body must bear before it wanes and devolves into chaos translate into something legible to her. Fluctuating values and spiking frequencies that spring across her monitors like little tombstones. I'm sorry, every time it pops up, I get distracted because I want to look up. You understand how I feel, or maybe you'd like to. What? I can't help but feel so obligated to reciprocate, you know? I wonder how you'd react to getting all your holes plugged up, climb on top of you and play cat's cradle with your small intestine, force you to strip. You want me to make you collapse in front of your friends too. You'll understand that too, right? You're just an Edenbridge drone, aren't you? I should take advantage of my position, just like Miriam does. Wield it like a coward's weapon to plunge you into submission. It's all just interesting. Suffering is. I wonder what results I'd get. Adele, you're making me nervous. Oh, is that right? How freeing it would be. Uh, but putting her back on her foot isn't soothing as I'd like, and that fact's ticking me off more. It's never my intention to fool you. You and I need to work together if you wish to make any progress on the work together. I'm laughing. Why would you need to why would you need to worry about working together when you can see everything you need to know on your little fucking screen? What can you read my thoughts to? No, that's... Oh, we need to communicate. Have you ever thought about communicating with me? Maybe before you pump me full of drugs. They're... I don't give a shit about what they are. You feel like communicating the reason you're pushing my buttons. You ever going to communicate that the fact that, or that you're getting off on the idea that you built your own little toy play, or, oh, I don't even know how I did that. He's the most really thing. Uh, Built your own little toy, play doctor, and experiment with all the different ways to screw me over. Please relax. I'm only concerned that I might miss something crucial if we don't talk about these things. It's just you and I, after all. I only want what's best for you. So that's what you think of me. The heroic genius surgeon, special little patient, and a hacking Acne medical miracle story. I'm sorry, I didn't. Okay, fine. Let's say I did tell you about last night. The stuff you already knew was going on with me. By the way, how was I even supposed to explain that? I could have just spit some layman's terms at you. My robotic body hurt, and you just look at me like you always do. Find some way to explain it in your superior genius vocabulary. Oh, and would just make, or that just make me feel great about myself. It's nothing to worry over. I only gave you a low dose, and it's normal physiology reaction that can't be remedied. You're seriously pissing me off. So, was it a big deal or not? There was nothing normal about that. I'm not keen on continually questioning you, especially when you never offer me much of a response. I was hoping that you trust me to share these things with me. Your Lavandula put me in charge after all. You think you're hot shit, do you? You're not even close. You don't scare me, princess. Not more than anyone else. You don't know a goddamn thing about me. I really don't give a shit about who you are either, or whatever relationship you have with her. In fact, don't ever say the word trust around me again. You want me to trust you so badly? Screw your head, or screw your fucking head on straight first. Adele. You can't just keep appearing like that. You're making me question the structural integrity of my home. Adele, why are you being so mean to Miriam? Excuse me? Don't worry about it, Celia. It's just a it's just a readjusting period. She tucks a strand of her hair behind her ear. You're despicable. Good morning, you two. When did you get here? Just now. Why are you back? Back? I'm too embarrassed to say anything else. I'm not sure what you mean. Come on, Adele. Get dressed and run some errands with me. Even arbiters can't carry an entire week's worth of groceries in one trip. I find myself still awaiting Miriam's permission. She says nothing, but doesn't seem prepared to refute Celia's assertion either. Besides, even if she needs me for anything else, I'd rather not give her the satisfaction. I can't help but shake my head at her whimsical expressions before I turn around. So, what were you two up this morning? Something bad, I take it? Oh, nothing unsalvageable. If I catch if I catch you for 1 second having doubts, you'll regret ever having revealed your hand to me. I won't give Adele up to someone with shaking convictions. So, want me to pick up something for you too? I step outside with Celia. We're both silent as I close the door between myself and the absurd laboratory that calls itself a home. The instant after the latch closes, Celia speaks up. What's with you and Miriam? Or what's up with you? Miriam was only trying to help. Okay, I'm gonna end that here. I got more hiccups. Here, let's check this first, because I know there's a gallery and okay, awesome. Everything's saved. What day am I on? Day 2? Day 3. I'm on day 3. I'm scared. I'm scared. We only have 3 more days. Look, these ones are so cute. I'm gonna go through all the gallery. It was 2 of 2 unlocked, huh? Hold on, image 1 of 2 unlocked. Wait, I didn't see this one yet. I'll pretend like I didn't see that. Was I supposed to see that? Maybe not yet. Okay, anyways, that one was pretty good. I did like that day. Not like the other days are bad. I just, I don't know. I've been really enjoying playing this. And I'm really bad at giving my thoughts at the end of a video. Like, it's like I'm here to read it and enjoy it. And then when it comes at the end, I'm just like, I'm kind of speechless. Not in like a bad way. Sorry. I keep getting myself like "Ugh." But I don't know. I very much enjoy Adele's character and how she feels really real. Like I know that just sounds kind of bare, but it's like I don't know. She gets upset. She gets upset like a real person, and it makes you kind of like sink in your seat. Like I know Miriam was in the wrong there, but it makes me like kind of nervous about what's gonna happen. So I don't know. So look at her. Gucci Gucci go. There we go. But yeah, if you like the video, leave a like because it'll get the video out more. It'll also make me happy. But let me know if you like the mic more too. If it's like it's better, let me know if it's better or not, I guess. Or if you want me to put in my old mic, which is kind of just like my headset mic. But you know, I hope you all have a good day. Or no, what? I forgetting my own thing here. I hope you all have a zupa dupa day or a zupa dupa night. And it's gonna be a late. It's gonna be a late upload. This might come out at like 10 o'clock. It's 9:29 right now. So I don't know. It might take 30 minutes to upload. It might take like almost an hour, but I'll get it out tonight. I'm sorry for it being a late upload. And then I'll get another video up soon after that. But I hope y'all enjoyed this one. And good night. Good night, everyone. Good night. I love you. Bye, bye, bye.